Ladies and gentlemen, if you're like me, you grew up playing video games and watching anime, and to this day, they're still two of my favorite things in this entire world. So today, I thought it would be fun to combine the two, and in this video, we're going to go over the best anime games on the Nintendo Switch. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So you may be surprised, or maybe not, but there are tons and tons of anime games on the Switch. So in this video, what I hope to do is show you the best ones. This is a little bit more niche of a video, so if you're not into anime, you might not be interested in this video. But even if you're not into anime, you might find some joy in these games regardless, so they might be worth checking out. Before we get started, we officially hit 8,000 subscribers. I am so thankful. So I have a game right here that I will be giving away. I'm going to announce the winner of this game on Saturday during stream. All you have to do if you want to win that is like and comment on every video until Saturday, and I'll pick somebody during stream. I just want to say thank you so much for your support. And let's get into these anime games. So the first game we have to talk about is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And this is actually one of my favorite Switch games of all time. I beat this entire game in like a week. I flew through it. I could not put it down. It's basically a one-for-one recreation of the Dragon Ball series. So you get to play out all the tournaments and all the great storylines and all the characters. But on top of that, it's a phenomenal RPG. As we know, the great creator of Dragon Ball has recently passed away. And what better way could you pay homage than playing one of the greatest Dragon Ball Z games of all time? I could not recommend this game enough, and to be honest, it's a perfect 10 out of 10 Switch game in my opinion. So another anime that I grew up watching and I love dearly is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution lets you basically play through every single Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. You can either build your own deck and play as your own character, or you can play as your favorite characters in the anime. So maybe you will use Seto Kaiba, maybe you'll use Yu-Gi-Oh! Or maybe you'll create your own character, and that's what I did. I've beat this entire game twice. I can go back and play it at any time. It is an amazing Yu-Gi-Oh game. It really is solid, and it's kind of addicting. So whenever I do start playing this game, it's the only thing I'll play for an entire month. But that's not a bad thing. So one of the most popular animes of all time, and it's kind of a recent anime, is Demon Slayer. And Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles, is a great Demon Slayer adventure. Relive memorable moments from the Demon Slayer anime through the eyes of its protagonist. Face off against demons with stunning graphical effects, faithfully recreating iconic battle techniques in full 3D. In this game, you can choose from a cast of 24 fighters. Put your favorite characters against each other and enjoy matchups you've never seen before. In the Nintendo Switch version, you also get bonus items just for picking this game on the Switch, so hey, that's a win right there in itself. I absolutely love this art style. I don't even know what you would call it. It's kind of like cel shaded mixed with some other stuff, but I think it's very vibrant and it pops. And if you're a fan of Demon Slayer, this is a must play Switch game. So there's so many diehard anime fandoms, right? And if I had to ask you, what's probably the craziest anime fandom of all time? In my opinion, there's truly only one answer, and that's the JoJo fandom. Well, that's not a problem, because you'll be very happy to know that there is a fantastic JoJo game on the Switch. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. Again, I absolutely love this art style. In this game, there's over 50 playable characters from every single JoJo arc. That's absolutely insane. And the cool thing about this is you can see different characters from different universes interact with each other for the first time. There's a variety of different game modes in this game as well. There's an all-star battle mode, an arcade mode, an online mode, a versus mode, practice mode, and a gallery mode. So there's tons of modes to choose from. So with all those different modes and a million different characters to choose from, this game is going to keep you busy for quite a while. If you're a big fan of JoJo, you'll be happy to know that they use actual voice actors from the anime in this game, so it helps you get immersed into the game even more. So when we take a step back and think, Pokemon technically is an anime, and there are tons of Pokemon games to choose from, but I would pick Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee because they are remakes of Pokemon Yellow, and Pokemon Yellow followed the first season of Pokemon. And in my opinion, that's what I always think about Pokemon the anime as. That very first season and those very first movies, I always think back on them so fondly. I would play Pokemon Yellow and watch the anime simultaneously when I was a little kid, so it felt like you were living out the adventures with the characters on TV. And yeah, this game still gives me those same feelings, that same charm. I've beat this game probably 3 times on the Switch. I've beat Pokemon Yellow probably like 20 times because it's kind of like my comfort game. We didn't know how big Pokemon was going to become at the time. Now it's a global dominant force. You can kind of experience the beginning in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And to be honest, these are just solid Pokemon games. Now let's talk about Persona 5 Royal. You may or may not know this, but Persona has a fantastic anime. like a really good one. And the Persona series is one of the best RPG series of all time. It's actually just one of the best gaming series of all time. It took a very long time for Persona 5 to get over to the Switch, but once it came to the Switch, it felt like it had always been there. Like Persona games feel like they should have always been on Nintendo consoles. There's also Persona 3 and Persona 4 on the Switch, but I think Persona 5 is the one that technically has an anime based on it. The cool thing about Persona games is they almost feel like you're watching an anime. Like there's quite a lot of cutscenes and dialogue, so it really feels like you're watching something and getting to play it on the back end, but that's not a bad thing at all. If you're a fan of anime and you've never watched or played Persona, that's something you absolutely need to do. So yeah, check out the Persona series whenever you get a chance, but definitely start with Persona 5. Now, let's talk about Fairy Tail. You know what's funny is I watched Fairy Tail just randomly one day. I was just looking for a new anime to watch, and I looked for shows that were highly rated and had tons of episodes, and it had some fan service, and that was cool. And then it turns out all the feelings and fan service you're getting in the show, you can get that in the game. Believe it or not, this is a pretty solid RPG as well. There's over 16 playable characters, and the game includes an original episode. So how cool is that? If you're a fan of Fairy Tail and you can't get enough, or you just want to get a little bit more, there's an original episode that you can only experience in this game. All in all, I'd say this is a very solid anime adaptation. Fairy Tail has a bunch of lore as well, so it'd be hard for me to explain everything here, but if you're looking for a fun, solid anime adventure, then hey, look no further. My ring light died because I forgot to charge it. That's my bad. But quickly, an honorable mention, even though it's not technically an anime, it's definitely anime inspired, and that's Dragon Quest XI. The same creator of Dragon Ball is the character design for Dragon Quest games, and with him passing, it just makes me cherish Dragon Quest XI so much more. It really does feel like an alternate universe to the Dragon Ball series. The characters in the games look like they're from the Dragon Ball anime. It's the first thing you're going to notice. But Dragon Quest XI is probably in my top 2 or top 3 favorite RPGs of all time. It's a perfect game from start to finish, and I just had to include it in here because I'm very, very sad that we lost this amazing artist and kind of lost part of our childhood. So yeah, I just had to include this one. Like I said, there are probably hundreds of anime inspired games on the Switch. This was the handful that I chose that would get you started on your anime Switch game adventure. Down below, let me know your favorite animes or your favorite anime-inspired games. I'd love to hear from you guys. Like and comment, and I'll pick a winner Saturday night on stream to give away the Switch game to. Thank you so much for your support. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you could. I'd appreciate a follow. And you guys know me. I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.